Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Saturday Morning Cartoons Podcast. I am your host, Dougie McDoubles, and next to me is the greatest co-host and best friend of all time. I'm talking the Question Hello True Man and some Cold Red Mountain Dew. Like, we're not bringing the boys over unless we're bringing this guy, because he's like the coolest guy ever. The funniest, he's just like... It's just like, why is it so freaking cool, man? It's Ray McFlurry second in this piece, guys. Welcome, Ray McFlurry, man. How are you, buddy?
I just never know what bit is going to come out of your freaking mouth when we turn on the camera.
My name's Randall.
Randall?
What's up, guys? My name's Randall. Welcome to the Saturday Morning Cartoons Podcast. I just want to let you know, man, this is pretty cool, man. Like, this is pretty
Sounds like a fry cook.
Pretty freaking cool, man.
Goddamn.
Welcome back to Saturday Morning Cartoons.
It's great to be here. It's great to be here. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, Randall.
Damn right.
A lot of stuff to talk about.
First of all, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much to 10,000 subscribers. We are officially over 100 episodes of Saturday Morning Cartoons, and it is beyond a pleasure to be here with my best friend in the whole wide world, chasing dreams. We can do this without you and no one else. Every click you guys have means the world to all of us. A like to you or a subscribe might not mean anything to y'all, but it means the world to us. So we appreciate you. Hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you so much. We have some big things today, my friend. New York Comic-Con.
That happened.
Just strolled on down with a picnic basket of goodies with a couple little sweetie treats for a couple cartoon boys. And you know who is the picnic maker? A James Gunn.
Yeah.
And that's what's up. Oh my goodness, dude. Shout out Adam Ray.
You didn't do that voice one time before the cameras turned on.
No, dude.
You were doing your normal bits until the cameras turned on.
That's what's up.
Yeah, James was at Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con.
Mr. James Gunn himself.
He had a lot to say. They dropped the Creature Commandos trailer.
First of all,
You know, a lot of shit happened.
dude, way better than the little teaser. We always have faith in James Gunn, obviously, in James we trust.
Of course.
But that trailer didn't leave me with a lot of questions. The teaser did, the first one that he dropped. This one, I was like, oh.
Yes.
First of all, gory. Invincible train level.
It's gory.
Yeah, cannot wait.
It's James Gunn, too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a band of misfits that you're going to have to root for. Like,
And let's not to mention his gore in live action is great because of Slither, and his practical effects is phenomenal. Actually, I found this out the other day. The same FX artists and things of that nature, like the practical effects guys, they were also a part of Endgame with the Russo brothers. Like, so that's how they got the help from, like, they got the recommendation essentially from James in certain aspects. So that's what's up. James Gunn, legend.
absolute legend. Yeah, Creature Commandos trailer was sick, dude. You get to see, like, obviously Dr. Phosphorus and, like, Bride of Frankenstein and, like, all of the characters that are going to be in this crew of people, you know, from this show. But then also in this trailer, you saw people like Clayface. You know, Clayface makes an appearance. And again, Creature Commandos, DCU, all DCU canon, all of these animated characters.
DCU canon.
Everything that happens in this show will have happened to the live action counterpart exactly.
Yep.
Right? So in the show, you see Clayface doing real crazy Clayface shit. That means in the DCU, the live action Clayface is going to be doing crazy CGI Clayface shit. Okay? So that just, with the first, of course with the Superman being the first project, Supergirl, of course it's going to be a fantastical DC universe.
Of course.
Like, it won't be a grounded universe, like Crypto with the AR-15 type of Zack Snyder universe.
Dude.
It's going to be a fantastical, like, you know, Clayface is going to be Clayface. And then, like, you think back to the first trailer, or the first teaser photo, Superman putting on the boots with the battle-worn, the purple thing behind him.
Yeah.
Their thing, like, from the Creature Commandos trailer, there's a lot of thought that is Cersei's magic. You know, that's Cersei, because her magic is the exact same color in the trailer, which is like the only two things we have, so people are connecting it, of course.
Yeah, they're trying. Yeah,
but we're already seeing a lot of little crossover shit and stuff that's going to be equivalent in the live action.
You're right.
It's going to be a lot of cool shit, and especially because,
first of all, like, James Gunn is just continuously showed us again and again why he is Willie the Goat. And I do with him showing up at Comic-Con is just otherworldly with these things right now. There was news on Maxwell Lord. There was news on like Michael Rooker showing up apparently. There was all kinds of crazy things that James Gunn was just like, oh yeah, let me go to New York Comic-Con real quick and drop this bomb. How you doing?
Dude, no shit. There's like 15 slides in this TikTok, right? We'll just go through them.
Hit me with one.
All right, first one, Supergirl movie starts filming January in the UK. That's all official.
Let's go.
That's all official. Next one. James Gunn says David Cornsweet will blow people the fuck away as Superman.
Good.
That's an exact quote. Here's another one. I don't think anyone really understands the depth of this guy's talent, dramatically, comedically, or physically. All right, so David Cornsweet, Superman.
Damn.
All right, we've been saying it since the. Oh, go ahead.
No, good.
No.
I've been saying it since what?
We've been saying it since the very first slate reveal or whatever. When James Gunn brought everything out. Here's another quote. Every project of DC Studios will be its own thing. Everything is going tremendously well. Superman, Supergirl, Lanterns. They are all a part of the cinematic universe, but every one of those things will be very different aesthetically. And we've been saying this forever because obviously with the canon being animated and live action, of course the tone and aesthetic is going to be different. You greenlit a Swamp Thing movie in your first slate of movies. Of course, that's going to be a horror type thing that has a different tone than Superman.
Entirely.
Of course. But this is Warner Brothers. This is DC. So the fact that somebody in a position of leadership is saying these are going to be different is just so refreshing. Because usually it's dog shit. Usually it's dog shit. And so now there's like a cohesive plan. He's like, these characters are all going to exist in the same world, but they're all so different. They all have such different lives and personalities, and there's worlds around them. It's just going to mirror the comics, because you think of comics, all of these characters have different comic runs. Like they're all written by different people. The art styles are all different for the most part. You have different artists on everything.
Yeah.
Their stories, like, until they come together in a Justice League team up or like a team up with other people,
they are their own person.
They're completely their own aesthetic, their own story, their own world within DC universe.
Yeah.
Until they come together in a bigger team up, And so for the movies to do the same kind of thing makes too much sense for Warner Brothers to have ever done it before.
Right.
So now we're finally at that point, and I just can't quite articulate why I'm so excited because it sounds so basic and so dumb.
No, because we've already seen it. We've seen it with Marvel. We saw it with Iron Man and Captain America and Thor, all completely different genre films in their own entirety of Marvel. And then they came together for the Avengers. All vastly different characters in their own right in their movies, and it came together perfectly. They were able to mesh well with what they know, and that's what they were able to do and make a blockbuster franchise for over 2 decades. James Gunn said, "Oh, let me follow this blueprint because not only does it work, it's the right thing to do."
Yeah.
And now here we are.
It just makes too much sense.
It makes too much sense to not. James Gunn goes, "Well, I'm going to do it this way," and then Warner Brothers is like, "We can do it that way." We don't have to have a German Shepherd with the AR-15 to be crypto. And he goes, no, why would that be a thing?
Dude, here's another thing. Anybody, and we talked about the crypto thing before in the previous podcast. Anybody that's mad about crypto's breed of dog being wrong, just remember, crypto is an alien super dog. That's not a real dog.
Yeah.
That thing has heat vision and can fly. It has super speed. Like, that's not a real Earth dog.
Not a real pupper.
That's a fucking alien.
Yep. Not a real pupper. Those bastards.
Fucking idiots. Anyway, let's get back into this.
Yes, sorry.
James Gunn, more quotes on David Cornsweet. We said it before, David Cornsweet's going to blow people the fuck away, and people are going to die for Rachel and Edie. Mr. Terrific and Lois Lane. So I'm fucking stoked. I'm stoked, dude. Regarding a trailer for the movie, he says it won't be too long before we see a Superman trailer, but also won't be soon. So that's just nothing. That doesn't mean a damn thing.
Christmas Day.
So. James Gunn, he also teased that Sean Gunn,
yes, Maxwell
his
Lord,
brother, will appear as another non-Sean Gunn character in a piece of media soon. So, of course he is. Like, that's what he always does with Sean. But, yeah, he's about to show up as something else. Who knows what... Peacemaker could be Superman background character. I mean, it could be anything in Creature Commandos because he's
a GI Robot already.
Oh, he's already in that. That's right.
Yeah, he's already GI Robot.
Ooh, what the fuck could he be?
He's already GI Robot and Weasel. Let's be very clear about that.
Yeah.
And Maxwell Lord.
Dude, I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of exciting. So James Gunn also, he wrote one full episode of Creature Commandos. And his quote about that was, I was like, I think this is the saddest thing I've ever written in my entire life. It really is heartbreaking.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I could feel it in my bones how sad it was.
I hope it's Rick Flag finding out about truly I hope it's where Rick Flag finds out his son died.
Yeah. It could be that, because more news on this was James Gunn says Rick Flag will appear in Superman and is a major character in Peacemaker Season 2. Further than that, and it said that Rick Flag Jr. will still be dead in the DC universe, and it will be referenced in Peacemaker, in Creature Commandos, and Superman. Like, he will still be dead, and it will be a major point of contention in Rick Flag Sr.'s story arc. Good. So, I guess it wasn't in this one, but yeah, he said Rick Flag Sr. showing up, going to be a major character. That's Frank Grillo.
Bad man, Crossbones from Marvel, and then they killed him off.
Bad man. I don't know. It's
bad
gonna be
man,
cool.
Dude. That's a bad son of a bitch. He also, December 6th, he has a new movie coming out called Wolves in theaters.
Crazy.
Watched the show last night. Looked pretty good.
Oh yeah. More Creature Commandos, dude. We're still in this slideshow. This
dude,
is
that's perfectly fine. I'm fine with it.
All right, here I got some names, man. Creature Commandos. These four people are all set to make appearances.
Hit me with them.
Michael Rooker.
Let's go, Yondu, bitch.
Let's go, Linda Cardellini.
Velma,
a.k.a.
I believe it was Lila the Otter in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. She's the Otter.
Oh, yo, that's crazy. Okay,
yeah.
Okay, I did not know that.
Yes, sir.
That's wild. Then the Greg Henry and Ben Davis also make appearances.
Oh, hell yes.
I don't know.
Let me see.
Greg Henry is this guy on the bottom.
That's the guy from Slither. I think that's actually his picture.
Okay, and
no idea who that man is.
He got cast. Ben Davis was cast as, what was the character name? He is Rupert Thorne in Creature Commandos. That's who Ben Davis got cast as.
Could not tell you.
So, other than that, James Gunn said on Creature Commandos it's been one of his favorite experiences with the project ever, and especially because animation is a completely new field to him. So, he wrote one of the saddest episodes he's ever written. He produced it. You know, he's all in it. It's the James Gunn through and through, like a band of misfits. You're gonna care about them. You're gonna cry about them. You're gonna mourn for them. Like, it's gonna be fucking fantastic. And like, for people that don't want to feel that, like, there's a lot of blood. You know, for all the
people who don't give a
DC
shit.
fans, like, yeah, you want to see fights. Like, there's gonna be
there's a lot of gore in the trailer alone.
Of gore. Here is another one. Creature Commandos. Peter Serafinowicz has been cast. Do you know that, man? I believe he was the Tick.
Yeah.
Is that right? Okay, so he's been cast in this. And let's see. Final thing he really says about Creature Commandos. It's first and foremost about story. We don't want anybody coming into Creature Commandos and going, oh, you have to watch the Suicide Squad to know what's happening in Creature Commandos. We want people to be able to come into this totally blind and be excited about it.
Let's go, James.
So, yes, all of these worries about this connected universe, and you have to play the tie-in games to understand what's happening in the show. Fucking, it's been idiotic for months, but he just told you how idiotic it was. Of course.
Yep.
Of course. Last thing on the slideshow.
Perfect.
We talked Aaron Pierre last episode.
Aaron, that's my dog.
That's my dog. That's our Jon Stewart.
Damn right.
James Gunn, big Aaron Pierre fan. He said Aaron Pierre was almost Adam Warlock. If you think back to the Guardians 3 movie, he was almost Adam Warlock.
He was almost Will Poulter's character, dude.
He almost played Will Poulter's character, yeah. So he said, I've been wanting to work with him forever. When it came down to it, he just had a phenomenal audition with Kyle Chandler, who's Hal Jordan in the show. So, yeah, it came down to the screen test, came down to the chemistry. Somebody he's been wanting to work with. It's not as many people on Twitter got their panties in a bunch. It's not a Rebel Ridge thing. It's not a Twitter fan cast.
It is
James Gunn being James Gunn.
It's well, Marvel didn't let me get him the first time, so I figured I might as well snag him before Marvel tries to ruin him.
Jesus.
Literally.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Amazingly, as much as we talked about James Gunn, there is still one more motherfucking thing to talk about James Gunn for.
Motherfucking thing about James Gunn.
One more. Amidst all of this, DC Comics announces Peacemaker presents the Vigilante Eagly double feature.
Yep.
It's going to be a 5-issue comic run from Tim Seeley, Mitch Gerads, Rex Ogle, and Matteo Loli. James Gunn will serve as story consultant. The book is going to be set right before Peacemaker Season 2. So it's going to be DCU canon. Just a Peacemaker, a Eagly Vigilante team up. I did not expect this one.
That makes me so happy.
So yeah, all that James Gunn dick riding to say, holy fuck, this is going to be crazy. This is the best shit ever.
I want him to be on, and I want Peacemaker to be off on a mission and he has to watch Eagly.
Yeah, he's babysitting.
Exactly. Something like that would be great.
I love that.
That can write itself.
I love that.
Oh my goodness, dude. James Gunn, you genius. If it's one thing we love is DC, if it's another thing we love is James Gunn, and James Gunn we trust.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Dude. We're almost there, man.
We're getting there, man.
Literally.
The DCU is approaching.
It is.
It is approaching, man.
I can't wait for the premiere episode of Superman. And you and I, it's just going to be like a 1.5-minute montage of just like us talking about Superman. The beginning of his like slate.
Oh, dude, yeah. Back when
Corn
it was Superman
Sweat,
Legacy.
Like, yeah, exactly. Like the second he announced it, then when Corn Sweat was announced.
Yep.
Reign of thing. Like,
dude, that'll be a good montage.
Yep.
Dude, yeah.
It's going to be great.
Shit, man. Before we move on, let me just go down through the DCU so far. Here are the major complaints from every DCU project so far.
So every Snyder fan has gotten together and they've wanted to bitch. Continue.
Here's what they've bitched about.
Perfect.
Superman isn't Henry Cavill.
Okay. Oh yeah, no shit.
Right.
The Rock ruined that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The Lord Tech suits look too corporate.
Yeah, that's probably a plot point in the entire fucking movie where they're gonna be like at the very end of the movie, they're like, we want to have our own suits. Or Maxwell Lord's understanding. He's like, he learns empathy from Superman. Mm-hmm. He's like, well, we're not a brand, we're a hero. Yeah, we shouldn't have to have a Coca-Cola thing on it. Something like that could happen.
That's what I'm expecting.
Zero issue with that.
Exactly. Hal Jordan is too old, even though he's not sticking around.
Oh,
stupid.
Huh.
Yeah. This is the only one that's a genuine that I could almost be like, fine.
Okay.
Next one. Jon Stewart's not black enough. They said he's a light-skinned black man and he should be a dark-skinned black man. Not my place.
You and I said this 4 different times on podcasts. Who are you and I
right
to sit there and be like, nah, dude, Aaron Pierre, you're not black enough, dude. What the fuck?
It's not. It's just...
He's a space cop. Who cares?
We're getting the Green fucking Lanterns. Like, at the end of the day, through all the DCEU and everything, like...
These bastards.
Just the disrespect Green Lanterns as a whole have gotten for years. Green Lantern, the animated series. Fantastic. Canceled mid fucking run. On a cliffhanger. So much so on a cliffhanger that they had to continue the show later in Justice League Action.
Through 2 characters.
And then later again through Young Justice. And then they showed up again in Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 3. Like, that is how much that show was beloved, and it just got disrespected, bro.
Oh!
And Ryan Reynolds is always out on his little press tour shitting on his movie.
Yep.
It sucked. Not the worst DC movie ever made. Not the worst movie you've ever made, Ryan. I'm sorry. I said it again. I keep telling you to move on, but I keep bringing it back up. I apologize. Just the disrespect, dude. And then you think to the DCEU. Like the one thing of Green Lantern. He got one still image in Zack Snyder's yard. The ring was on the wrong finger, and the actor that would have played him was not a member of SAG. He could not have legally been an actor in the movie.
What the fuck?
And people, sure, if you're a dark-skinned black person, you say, he doesn't look like me. I wish he looked more like me, because that's what the character is. If that is your complaint,
that's fine.
That's fine. If you're a Snyder fan that's looking for a reason to jump on the hate train, that's not fine. Yep. It's not fucking fine. Like, it's just getting an HBO Max, an HBO original release, like 8. It's just going to be fucking fantastic. It's going to be the way they made
The
Penguin Sopranos. They're making True Detective Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Like, that's just what they're fucking doing. And people are still bitching about it.
They're eating that shit up for like a Sopranos Penguin. Dude.
It's just... if you're a Green Lantern fan, and which I am, Booster Gold is my favorite hero of all.
I respect that.
But the Green Lantern Corps as a whole is the one that I've always been the most interested in because there's the most potential for crazy stories and whatever. So just the fact that we're getting Green Lantern live action DCU first slate, like how you should be fucking over the moon.
Yep.
Like you should be over the moon. Maybe that's just me being biased, but whatever. But
no,
I'm like,
because the last 2 times we've tried to get anything, Justice League Mortal, and then with Christian Bale's universe, and then with everything else with the the Snyderverse.
Yeah.
No.
Bullshit.
We deserve this. We've earned this, and you're going to take it away from Aaron Pierre because his complexion is a little off. You should have riots in the streets if he was a white man, or if he was Brazilian, or if he was like Asian, or any type of other descent other than black. But he's a black man playing a black character, trying to put on and represent people for him and for his culture and for every comic book fan ever. And you guys want to sit there and say, nope, you're still not good enough. And we know it's Snyder fans. And if it's not, and if it's genuinely black people about his complexion, then we personally apologize. That's your right. We have no issue with that. But if you're a Snyder fan, go fuck yourself. You can't be a Snyder fan and be like, he's not black enough. Well, at least he knows what finger to have it on. At least he has a SAG card carrying member, motherfucker. Yep. At least our crypto won't have an AR-15. Callum, no.
Yeah, that's just kind of the rundown of all of the hate that the DC Universe has got so far, which, you know what?
Dumb.
If that's where we're at so far, James is doing a fantastic job, you know?
Yep.
Like the one legitimate gripe
that
is from a very specific part of a demographic of people that have a gripe about it. You know, dark-skinned black people, they should have, they have every right to gripe about Aaron Pierre being a light-skinned black man playing Jon Stewart. That's fine. That's the only legitimate one. Every other one of these, Crypto is too furry. He's an alien. He's the wrong breed. He's an alien. He has fucking fire vision. Like, the dude can bark and goddamn break the sound barrier, you know? Like, get over yourself. Get over yourself.
For shame.
At the end of the day, you just get over yourself. Like, I don't know what to say. Do you like God of War, my friend?
I do.
You do. Did you know anything about this God of War live action series that's been in the development for a while?
Yeah, you and I talked about it like episode 30.
I have no memory of talking about it. This surprised the fuck out of me, actually.
I wish if you're able to find it anywhere, like throughout our database or whatever the fuck, and just, I want it, because I'm almost positive you and I both were like, well, that's getting canceled.
Really?
Yeah, because I think
you
you and I almost made the joke of like, damn, Henry Cavill's gonna get in it. Like,
pretty much.
Or The Rock or something like that. Like,
if Cavill was in it, it would be canceled for sure.
Yeah.
Right now, it's even weirder, though. It says development on the live-action God of War series will now be starting over from scratch. Completely starting over. Starting over the scripts, starting over the pre-production. It says Rafe Judkins has left the project after completing multiple scripts. The studio wants to move in a different creative direction despite praising the previous scripts.
Well, I mean...
So what the fuck are they got going on over there, dude?
Well, with the success and cancellation of Halo and the Fallout series and everything else...
Well, Fallout did incredible.
Yeah, and Cyberpunk on Netflix and all these other games... game TV shows that had done very well, and then you have like the Resident Evil TV show on Netflix, and then you have things, what I mean, the Borderlands movie, exactly, and then possibly realistically the Minecraft movie, the way it looks.
Right. Shout out the Minecraft movie. You ruined our channel.
Damn right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we are officially down a copyright strike, and we are back to normal, and we hope that we are no longer shadow banned from YouTube.
Shout out. Fuck that Minecraft shit.
Yep.
Speaking of fuck 'em. BLUMHOUSE,
dude.
They're up to some fuckery. It says BLUMHOUSE is partnering with MovieGen, which is an AI tool that can generate video clips up to 16 seconds long in 1080p HD.
Yep.
It says BLUMHOUSE has selected a group of filmmakers to test out the technology and provide feedback before its public debut.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Fuck them.
Fuck them. Yep. AI has no goddamn place in any fucking movie, any fucking video game, any music,
any content.
No, it's just bullshit. You can just hire somebody to do that. Like the amount of
The amount. This is like when you go to extreme lengths to cheat on a test, and you're just like, why don't you just study?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You go through the links to like write out your note card and cheat, and you just accidentally study. You know,
yeah,
like that's
this is
what they
essentially
should be
them being
doing.
like, how do we not pay people?
Yeah. The thing, it just pisses me off because it's not even like it's that much more cost effective. Like the thing that makes AI so evil is just the sheer amount of energy it consumes. Like to run one chat GPT inquiry or whatever, it's like a toaster for 8 hours or something. You know, like that's the type of thing. And you think about do anything else. Like you go on a site and generate an image. That's like your whole house for a day. You know, like it's just so goddamn evil. And so it's just like, is it more cost effective? Maybe, but how many of these 16-second 1080p clips are you going to be generating in one day? Like how many like hundreds of thousands of watts or whatever the electrical term is. Like the cost effective, you're not paying the creatives, but like you're destroying the environment.
Even
and
worse,
like the power grid, and like you're paying a lot of money for electricity. You could just pay a human to fucking edit the thing or shoot the thing, or it just makes no sense to me, dude.
Jeez, dude,
it's some genuinely evil shit. AI is.
What is life nowadays, man?
And not everything is AI. Like it pisses me off whenever I get on a company's website and I get on there and I talk to their chatbot and it says AI chatbot. And it's just the same chatbot that you've been talking to since 2003. Whenever you have an issue on Amazon,
if they just renamed
it,
it,
whatever they call it AI because that's what it is. Like that's not AI. Not everything that says AI is AI.
Yeah, like the old staple boy from back in the day on your computer screen when things were fucked up and you got a little virus from looking up some no stuff on the computer. That wasn't AI. That was just your buddy, old Clippy. You know what I mean?
Old Clippy
McGee. This shit's bad. This is the stuff that Shia LaBeouf didn't know how to curse at back in the day. This is the stuff that Will Smith was like, excusing fucking moi. No. Speaking of Will Smith and iRobot, did you see the new Tesla bots?
Yes, I did. I didn't see the Tesla bots. I saw somebody asking, do we have a slur for the Tesla bots yet?
Yes.
And that's how I learned we had Tesla bots.
Lexi said clunkers.
Clunkers? That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
A clunker. Yeah. Scrap.
Scrap.
You know what I mean? Because they're made of metal. You know what I mean? Rust buckets. You know? Things of that nature.
I don't feel like I could call somebody a rust bucket. I feel like that'd just be mean to Mater.
Yeah, but it's not to Mater now. It's to AI. Now they're making AI.
They probably got AI under the hood.
And now they're making AI buses, Ray. This is literally...
Dude, is that how cars exist?
No, this is this is the highway scene in iRobot where he's driving down and the bus turns sideways and a bunch of robots jump out on Will Smith's car and has to drive manual and they come out with a pistol and go blah, blah, blah. Also, the best product placement in the world besides Wayne's World is when Will Smith opens up his new box of brand new limited edition 2009 Converse.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful. The old school high top Chuck Taylors.
Also,
they're beautiful.
That's a good scene. Yeah, that's even as a kid, I was like, "What the fuck is this shit?"
Yes, dude.
Like, yeah, I'm particularly fond of the Shazam 2 Skittles scene myself.
Yeah. Wayne's World and Garth is in that giant fox like racing outfit. And he's eating Doritos.
Yeah.
The little yellow different. Like the aspirin pills, dude. It's so great.
It's too good.
It really bums me out when someone can sell out to a corporate man. It's just like, what's your time worth? So good. Now
you just kind of breezed past it there, but let's talk real quick. You brought up Tesla bots, and we got on cars, I think.
Yes.
Maybe that was in my head. I can't remember now.
Yeah.
Is that how cars exist, do you think? Because I've always wondered how they came to be in like a humanless world. Because there's clearly like some evidence of humans existing at some point.
Now here's the thing.
Like infrastructure.
Do you want to talk about this or do you want this to be its own separate episode?
No, fuck that.
Are you sure?
We would never do it. We would talk about doing it for 1,000 episodes and never fucking do it.
Fair enough.
No, but I've never thought about that. They could be like the driverless AI cars became sentient and like started driving themselves type shit.
So
that could have been the beginning. I've always wondered where it could have came from.
So if you are a Pixar and Disney fan, there is this thing called the Pixar theory, essentially, which is essentially an aesthetic timeline of all of the movies in chronological order.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And how the cars get to the universe, essentially, how we get to the Cars franchise, is essentially during the events, essentially kind of WALL-E, where it's the like the radioactiveness that have turned things into people into monsters, things into cars that became sentient. The same premise of Toy Story, where like they're alive. In Coco, if you keep the memory of something, it will stay alive, and that is part of the Pixar theory. Like Coco, you like how people, how like everyone in the afterlife, you have to keep. It's like that. We're like Woody and Buzz were always remembered from Andy and things of that nature. There's a Lightning McQueen actual racer. There's an actual person named Lightning McQueen in Dory. In Finding Dory, there's a sticker for Lightning McQueen. He's an actual racer. And so it goes down to those are the like entities.
That's way too convoluted.
Spirits of themselves.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah, and that's part of the Pixar theory. And what is the second movie of Cars? A gas shortage.
Yeah, I mean they like doing their Easter eggs and shit, but that's a little far-fetched.
And then eventually they run out of gas and things of that nature because obviously they can't harvest it and stuff like that. And then what happens? WALL-E and the humans come back to Earth, but all of the radioactiveness and things of that nature is still there. And what happens to them? They then turn into Monsters Inc.
Yeah. See, I'm one people that are like, Anna and Elsa's parents died going to like Tangled or whatever. Like the guy, I'm like, that's fine. I'll give you that one. But then I'm like, there's no way that it's the same universe. Like Cars has to be AU first of all. Like it can't. There's no way it's connected to the Pixar verse.
Dude, you and I are
it's so fucked. Like Cars and Planes have to be.
After this episode, you and I are gonna go watch ourselves a Pixar theory.
Well, I mean, I've watched them. I've been 20 before. Like I've definitely been down the rabbit hole a long time ago. But it makes more sense to me. It makes more sense to me.
There's been 37 movies since 2010.
The spirit of a real racer being in a car is like
because of the memory that is kept. It's like that.
I don't like that though.
I understand.
That doesn't compute for me.
I understand. I'm honestly not telling it correctly, but there's new Pixar theories or new things added. Obviously,
I kind of like movies. The AI fucking Tesla driverless car, not transform, but like evolve or whatever, become sentient, and I don't know
what
because with cars there is definitely like human infrastructure and shit, but I don't know. Cars is really interesting to think about. Like it's just a 1-to-1 equivalent of what we've gone through.
No, you're absolutely right.
It's kind of crazy, man. Like the Planes movie is just nuts. Like there's like World War II bombers and shit. And there's like Cars Hitler. There was Cars Jesus.
Yeah, so that means that they were kamikaze pilots.
Yeah,
like planes that knew what they were. Designed for.
It's wild.
Yeah,
it's that movie. That movie really broke open the universe.
What car would Hitler be? It's right there. Volkswagen, dude.
I mean,
little Volkswagen Beetle.
A Beetle?
Yeah, dude. Back in the day, little Herbie looking fuck.
A little Herbie looking fuck. I don't know.
He'd have a little. He'd have half of it cut off. What's his name? Old Green Man. Can't think of it. Chick.
Oh, Chick Hicks.
Chick Hicks. That's right. Yeah, he'd have half his mustache cut and put it on the little Beetle.
I see. Yeah. Maybe so. Yeah, I like that.
Now, if there's a car Hitler, there's a car Jesus. Is that what you're telling me?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's like a 1-to-1 equivalent to human history up to this point. Like there was the Cars 9/11. I mean, there was like Cars Crusades back in the day. Like there was Cars Sparta. I mean, Cars. You think of like anything that we've ever studied in human history. There was a Cars version of that with cars
because of Planes.
Yeah, because of that movie, kind of.
It kind of retconned everything into.
And it's just insane to think about, Yeah, so it's a 1-to-1 equivalent.
You think they play football?
They've got to have some sort of
Is that just
sports.
racing?
I would think so, yeah. Surely that's been talked about at some point. I'm sure of all the shit they've put out, they've had to have put out something about sports.
So technically, in theory, there was a Cars Tom Brady.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there would have to be a Cars Tom Brady.
And even
but
better,
it would be like, because it was like Michael Car Trip instead of Michael Wall Trip. It's the Cars equivalent of, it's not. I'm not good at this. It's not Peyton Manning, it's Peyton Mustang type shit. So I don't know. There's a lot to think about when it comes to that kind of Cars debate.
Did Cars play sports in that universe? Someone commented, if Guido can use his forks for painting, others like him can probably use theirs for tennis rackets, bats, and things of that nature. Maybe they can even throw with them. Forklifts and Jettas and things of that nature can imagine do things of that nature.
Definitely.
Dodgeball exists in the Cars universe, at least in its backstory of the number 80 gas kits racer from Cars 1, Sage Vanderspin. Youngest winner of the Junior Piston Cup Pro Series, Vanderspin entered the Piston Cup competition in 2004, already a highly decorated racer. His favorite trackside pastime is dodgeball. Several of his fellow racers play with him as well, but it's the Pitties who are the toughest competition on the dodgeball court, says Vanderpin.
That means
they're tiny and they have arms.
So that means that guy has watched Cars Dodgeball and watched Cars White Whitman.
Yeah.
Play the
White
average White Whitman, that's an author. Walt
Yeah.
Whitman is a poet.
Yeah.
White Goodman play against Cars Average Joe's Gymnasium.
Yes.
Because
I was getting to the point of
down the rabbit hole. Everything you think about is even funnier than the last thing you thought about.
I brought up Tom Brady because I was like, I hope they play football and things of that nature. They can play football, aka soccer, when they use their wheels. You can clearly see Francisco playing football in Cars 2. So there's soccer. So now there's a Cars Ted Lasso now. Boom. But I was thinking, Cars Tom Brady.
That means there's Cars Brad that says Cars Scrubs sucks ass.
Yes, absolutely.
Hell yes.
Yeah. And there's a Cars Aaron Hernandez playing for the Patriots.
Okay, we talked about Cars Hitler. Aaron
Yeah,
Hernandez
no, I know, but
make me flinch at all.
No, it wasn't gonna make you flinch or anything. I was just like,
what do you?
Yeah, dude. Just like
think about Cars OJ.
That's what I'm saying.
Cars
like
OJ
he's a
was
Bronco.
fleeting out.
He's a Bronco. He's a brick shithouse, dude. Bo Jackson, Michael Jordan. It's great. I love this shit, man.
It's fantastic.
Oh, freaking Cars, dude. We can go on for days.
We could go on forever. Instead, we do have a few more topics
we
before we get out of here.
We do.
Number one, Insomniac recently announced
that they suck dick.
No Spider-Man 2 DLC in the future. They have no plans.
Pretty close.
That's pretty much
close. Pretty much exactly what I said.
And this sucks for a couple of reasons, because they had 3 DLC packs in development, according to a major Insomniac leak that happened last year. I don't know if you remember the Wolverine game that came out.
Yes.
Venom game, and then they had the
Captain America, Black Panther game.
Well, that wasn't them. It was
right.
They had the Spider-Verse game. That got canceled.
That's right.
And so there was a lot of things that because of this leak, they just got canceled, I guess. Because that Spider-Verse game was one of them. And all the DLC from Spider-Man 2, they are not working on anything for Spider-Man 2.
What?
They are fully on to Spider-Man 3, fully on to Venom, fully on to Wolverine. That's what they're working on. No, nothing. So the packs that they had a Carnage pack, Extreme Carnage. They had the DLC pack with Cletus Cassidy. There was a storyline that led up to that DLC and stopped the story at a point so that the DLC could continue it. Canceled. Spider-Verse Anomaly. It was a Spider-Man 2 DLC Sony Pictures tie-in. It was going to have Spider-Verse NPCs, a Spider-Verse mission. It would have a visual filter to look like Spider-Verse. Canceled. And then there was a beetle infestation, right? It was going to be an open world mission, kind of like all over the map. There are like things that pop up that you have to go do. It was a beetle infestation. I can't remember who it was, but again, it led up to a certain point and you finished the mission, and then it was going to be continued in the DLC. Canceled. So there's no Game of the Year edition. There's no Digital Deluxe edition. It's all just...
What the hell?
It's all just fucking canceled. They're not working on it anymore. Yeah, but the game's out on PC now, January 30th, so we should be happy, I guess.
Go fuck yourself.
What the fuck?
You bastards. You evil, evil men. I hate you.
Dude, let's talk about some good shit.
Okay.
There's something you love. It's Daredevil. It's
Dude.
Charlie Cox.
Oh, my word.
Talk to me about this new show.
First of all, it's like, okay, so you remember the Netflix series? Okay, so it had like Charlie Cox, it had like freaking John Bernthal, he come in, and he was like on the party show. It was like badass Citron. That's all I thought just now. And it was just like freaking like Frank, you know. And now it's just like, oh, I'm a warrior, but I can't see, you know. And he had Foggy, and it was just like, it was so cool. It was just it stuck to the comics, but it was great, and it was like better than like the ABC Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because it had like blood and stuff, and it was like you can close and cool, like it was like what? And then we were like, oh, Disney Plus was like, oh, let me put them on here because guess what, guys? Technically, they're canon. We're like, okay, freaking crazy alert. Defenders, don't watch that show because that was not good. Jessica Jones was okay. Freaking Luke Cage, freaking sick. Number one, Iron Fist, terrible. Knock off Danny Masterson. Eat my penis.
Oh, yes, he was.
Yep,
yes,
I said it once. I will say it forever. I ruined it for John Wilson first day. Anyway,
Yikes.
yeah, and so Disney was like, "Hey, let's do something cool.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make a lawyer show for Daredevil." And Kevin Feige found out and said, "Or no,
Or you're fired.
or get out." And then he told Bob Iger, and Bob Iger said, "Why?" And then he told him what happened, and Bob Iger went, "Yeah, you're fired." Because here's the thing: you're not gonna have a lawyer. You're not gonna have SVU with Matt Murdock.
Yeah, what was the deal? They said like it was the first 4 episodes he wouldn't be in the suit.
No, exactly. They had 8 episodes. There was supposed to be 24 episodes originally. Foggy and his girl weren't going to be in it.
Mm-hmm.
The Punisher wasn't going to be in it.
Right.
They were going to recast a lot of things, tie into things that did not matter anymore. And then they were like, well, what if we actually just do it just so it ties into Kingpin and, you know, Spider-Man and Echo and the Punisher?
Mm-hmm.
And what if we bring in the Punisher? And what if he's already Daredevil because we already showed him in the West Coast Daredevil and She-Hulk? And then they're like, yeah. When was the release date? It was announced. Do you know the release date?
It said the release date.
I want to say May, but I'm wrong.
March 4.
Okay.
It will release on Disney Plus.
March 4th. First of all, yes. Second of all, I believe we're getting 9 episodes.
Okay.
But they shot them how? What the fuck did they film together? Didn't they film? They filmed some type of show together.
They did the Bear 3 and 4 because of the guy playing the Thing.
Yes, they did that back to back. That's how they're shooting it.
Is that they're doing Daredevil?
I believe so because they already talked about them making we've already done like 12 episodes, and they were talking. Or like, wait a second, it was already greenlit for 9.
Mm-hmm.
So then they were like,
oh yeah, it got caught there.
Yeah, I'm pumped. We had the White Tiger showing up. We have Bullseye coming back. We have John Bernthal reprising his role as the Punisher. It's going to be a fucked up show. Through Echo, you already saw the blood and the gore of people getting headshots and their arms breaking and blood, and it was great. So having John Bernthal as the Punisher is going to be perfecto. Because he said, and I quote, "I'm not coming back to do some Disney kid bullshit. Don't do that character. Don't do my character the right or do that way. Recast me if you're going to do that." And you know what they said? Oh, Psycho, we just wanted to see what you thought. We weren't gonna do anything kiddie. What? No, we didn't already have 4 episodes. 4 episodes, no suit for Daredevil. What? Yeah, sure. Psycho, that would have been crazy. How crazy that would have been, you know?
That would have been nuts.
Silly gooses. But Daredevil Born Again is going to be absolutely incredible. We've already seen him. You already see 2 different suits in the trailers, and Charlie Cox recently put out a announcement essentially saying like, "I've had nothing but enjoyment working with Disney and Marvel and all, and over the years to bring this character to life. I hope by the end of my run, I'm able to." I hope I'm able to earn the classic DD suit. Which, give it to him.
Yeah. Put the D on the suit, bro.
Yep.
Put them on there.
That's simple. In all reality, Marvel has some type of good. Sometimes they have good shows.
They do.
They do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, let's be very clear. She-Hulk was a good show. Was it great? No. But was it good? Yeah, it really was. It really was. All right? It's that simple. It was 2012 and Meg Thee Stallion was on there shaking. If that was Nicki Minaj shaking her ass in the dance, in like the ass music video, it would have been it would have had billions of views. Let's be very clear. With the new society nowadays, people were like, that's dumb. You guys have literally talked about drinking her bathwater in her Instagram comments. Kiss my ass. Okay? She-Hulk was great. She-Hulk was good. It was not great. WandaVision, incredible. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, incredible. Secret Invasion, eat my dick, you AI-generated fuck. Miss Marvel, adorable. Lizzie McGuire got superpowers. Sick. Comic accurate. Kind of fucked with it. And she was announced as the first mutant in the Marvel Universe. So, instead of Inhumans, because we all know how that show went. 14 episodes in a season on ABC. After the second episode, it was canceled, and they only released 6. So if you go on Hulu and try to find any more of the episodes, there's only 6 episodes, because that's how many were released.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, wait. So it's just like, put some fucking respect on Disney Plus shows, please, because like, What If was great. Season 2 was good. Season 3 might suck. Agatha All Along is phenomenal. Like, Moon Knight was great. The disrespect.
Moon Knight was really damn good.
Dude, it was really damn good. And you can't sit there and be like, oh, well, Daredevil born again came, blah, blah, blah. You guys can't even get Blade off the fucking ground anymore, all right? Ryan Reynolds had to Green Lantern had to come in and bring in Blade back because you guys couldn't. Think about that. Exactly. And James Gunn we trust. Daredevil's going to be great. And people need to stop hating on it. It's very simple.
Agreed.
Yeah. You got anything else, my friend?
No, man. I think I'm good.
Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, this has been Saturday Morning Cartoons. I'm your host, Doug McDoubles, as in Ray McFlurry II. And James Gunn we trust. And Daredevil we trust. And one thing only, ladies and gentlemen. The NBA season starts prior to tomorrow, actually. And the Boston Celtics are going to win the NBA championship. Drink water, be safe. We'll see you guys next time.
Then they're going to Disney World.
Suck it, Fox. I'm going to Disneyland. Eat shit.
Hey, what happened? Why are those squiggles on the screen?
Those are called end credits, Patrick.
End credits? But I don't want it to end!